Hi folks, welcome to MTS. Today we have a diesel switcher. It's a Lionel, I believe it's an MPC era Alaska diesel switcher. Here we go, we'll go ahead and get the bubble wrap. It does have a mechanical E unit in it, so that makes me feel pretty good. Again, the description showed as parts, not working. It's got a little dust on it, but I'm not seeing anything else. So let's start out by just hooking it up to the test transformer and seeing what we got. And we're going to bend this guardrail back into place. There we go. Same with the one on the back here. You can see it's kind of got a little bend to it. There we go. It's good as new. All right. Yeah, let's just hook it up first and just see what we got. We'll go from there. Okay. Got the gator clips. We'll get this hooked up here to the positive. That is metal, so I'm going to be cognizant of that. Doesn't look like it's had any very much runtime at all. Wheel is moving freely, and I see the armature in there. It's turning. Well, yeah, there's not anything happening here. So next step, we'll take the shell off of it.
Yeah, I'm not even getting a headlight.
Okay. Remove the shell. Looks like the standard Lionel switcher style Phillips head screw at this end here. Driver. And then just go lift that up and bring that around. Well, actually, it looks really clean inside of here. Just checking out that E unit. You know what? I'm going to ground it back here because this is where that ground wire is, and I'm wondering if that is the issue. Is that was just a bad ground. So let's hook that up again. All right, here we go. Again, I'm going to take the gator clip on the ground and just ground it to the wheel. I'm going to put the other gator clip onto the positive. Still nothing. All right, folks, I think I figured out the issue. If we look here, there's a wire, and I believe that's coming up
From the pickup roller.
You can see it is cut. Right there. So it's not getting power
From the pickup roller.
So I think if I just solder this wire into the E unit right here, that should fix our issue. What I'll do is I'll strip the wire first and just touch it to that point just to make sure before we go into heating up the soldering iron and everything else. And go from there. Okay. Grab a pair of pliers. I'm going to make a little hook on here just so I can get it in there, kind of temporarily hold it in place for a second. that up there. We'll go back out here. See if that fixed our issue. There we go. Definitely needs some lubrication, but it's moving. Oh, hold on, I've got a breaker read on it here. There we go. Forward, neutral, and reverse. That's awesome. Okay, quick fix. I am going to heat up the soldering iron. I'm just going to solder that back into place. While we're waiting for the soldering iron to heat up, I figure we'll go ahead and replace that bell. I went to my parts bin. Here's the replacement bell. This is actually, it looks like it's been melted into place. I'm assuming that was done at the factory. You can see here. Take a look there. There you go. I think it's just snaps into place, and then they just melted it just to, I guess, secure it. So I don't want to mess with that if I don't have to. But unfortunately, it looks like they did the same thing with the bell here, where they melted that into place. So I'm going to take my pick and just go through here and see if I can't get that cleaned up a little bit to where I can pop that out of there. See if I can take a pair of pliers and pull that out of there. Yeah, there we go. Pops right out. We'll just stick that back there, and there we go. Good as new. That actually went in way too easy. I may put a drop of super glue on there just to hold that in place. Okay, so now I've got my gator clip holding the wire here. I'm just going to try to get this in here and solder it up real quick. I think that's got it. Okay, got you back with me here. Let's go ahead and do a test. I've got the gator clips already hooked up. Awesome. All right, I'm just going to do a little bit of lubrication around the armature here. Since this is an MPC era, I figure we'll go ahead and just do that together. There's not a single screw that holds the pull-more motor in place. What you have to do here is just remove these two screws on the top. That's going to give us, or we'll remove the brush plate. There we go. Now we got our brushes. Brushes actually look really, really good. Again, this thing did not have very much runtime, hardly at all in it. Actually, that doesn't look bad either. So we'll put a little of our red and tacky, just sparingly. Looks like it does have the nylon style worm gear inside there. And we'll just clean the brush plate off with just a little bit of electronic cleaner. I mean, it really doesn't need much. It's still a little dirty. paper towel. Just a little bit of red and tacky here on the bottom. And we'll go ahead and put some up on the worm shaft there as well. And put a little bit right on top. There we go. Now I'll just drop that back down in there. Yeah, since we got our brushes out, we'll go ahead and clean those off as well. So I'm just going to stick them right here on this paper towel, give them a nice little squirt. I'm just going to put this brush plate back on. Make sure everything lines up. We'll go ahead and put our screws back in. Make sure it hooks the ground up. And then I'm just going to take the little clip here. We're going to bend that back. Again, this is brass. You want to be careful not to bend it too far. This is going to help a lot more getting that cleaned out. Like so. We're just going to run it down inside of there real quick. Now I'll just drop these guys back in here. Put the brushes back in place. Clean out the ends of the springs. Fold the spring back over. And we're going to just take our end of our needle nose pliers and fold that tab right back down. There we go. Do the same with this one. One more time. There we go, much better. Well, wanted to go ahead and clean up some of that dust around the edges, so I'm just taking a dry paper towel. Looking good. Much better. Okay. Go ahead and put this back on. Make sure all the wires go in, nothing's interfering with the operation. Now, one thing you want to be really careful of with these old switchers, you just want to snug that screw. Now, you don't want to tighten them down hardly at all. That way it doesn't break that piece of the body, which is so common on this style Lionel switcher, even from the post-war era. There we go. That looks pretty good. We'll go ahead and take it over to the layout. Okay, got you back over here to the layout. Let's go ahead and get it fired up. Forward, neutral, and reverse. Or reverse. Neutral. There's the forward. Probably should have done just a little bit of maintenance on the E unit. I'm having a hard time. There it goes. Yeah, I'm going to have to go back through that E unit because it's having a hard time controlling it going from forward to neutral to reverse. As you can see, it's in, should be going into neutral now. And it just keeps going. Oh, there it goes. Yeah, we're going to do a little bit of maintenance on that real quick. Okay, got you back with me, back over here at the workbench. Let's get this screw out of there. Drop that there. Good thing is it's just a single screw. Next, they got two. They looks like they got both screws securing the. Securing the E unit. Usually it's just the one. Let's see if I can get in there with this. So we got that. That's going to make me take it all the way out of there. Okay. All right, move that back. Go ahead and pull that out of there. It's actually clear. I like that. I've seen the black and green, but I've not ever seen a clear roller inside the E unit. I think that just needs just a little bit of lubrication around that because it just feels pretty rough. So we'll just go ahead and get the plunger up on the toothpick here. Keep that out of the way. Zoom in here. And next I'm just going to, yeah, I can tell it's got just a hard time spinning that over. So I'm going to use, this is a Atlas conductive cleaner and lubricant. It's not an oil, and it evaporates. A lot of folks have had some comments around that. Oh yeah, I already tell a big difference there. Yeah, a little goes a long way. Contact cleaner, what? Again, this thing was not dirty at all. Just probably more just sitting than anything. All right, remove that. We'll put that E unit back in place and see at the layout. See if that helped us out. I'm going to say it probably did. All right, folks, let's try this again. Oh, much better. Got neutral, reverse, neutral, forward.
Well, there you have it, folks. Again, just a quick fix and some general maintenance. Let's just do a quick recap. We did a quick inspection, determined it was a cut wire from the pickup roller that was preventing the power from getting to the E unit. Stripped the wire, held it to the E unit to determine that was the main issue, then resoldered the wire to the E unit. Then we went through the motor, applied some fresh red and tacky grease to the armature, cleaned the brushes and brush plate, then put it back together and did a quick test run to find out the E unit still needed some light maintenance. Used the Atlas cleaner lubricant on the roller inside the E unit, and now it just works great. This was another purchase on eBay as parts for about $60 with free shipping. I think I've got about $65 after taxes, but now have another great addition to the collection. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. I'll see you down the line.